15 biggest animals you won't believe actually exist. From massive creatures that look photoshopped to large animals that are beyond your imagination. We count 10 giant animals you won't believe exist today. Number 15. Giant Gippsland Earthworm. Earthworms are quite grotty when you look at them closely, but when you bump into this breed, it will be difficult to get any closer if you're squeamish about these sorts of crawlers. The average earthworm is about a meter in length, but these ones can grow 3 times longer and be about 3 inches in diameter. They can easily be confused for an adult snake. You won't come across these creepy crawlers often though. They only exist deep in the wild around Sumiko Volcano. Thought that snake-like worms were creepy? Wait until you find out what lies deep in the seas. Stay tuned. Number 14. Giant Freshwater Stingray. Stingrays are dangerous enough, but when you bump into one of them that's more than 4 meters long and weighs half a ton, then you, my friend, will have a big problem. These creatures are found in the deep sea, and most divers wear protective clothing in case they bump into one or any other of the dangerous creatures that live in the waters. Why are they feared so much? These animals are not aggressive. In fact, if you meet one, it'll probably slither away. But they have one of the nastiest venoms in the world, and this particular oversized breed has the ability to break through your bones with its stinger. Number 13. Japanese Spider Crab. The largest crab in the world and also the most expensive. It is almost 4 meters long when stretched out from claw to claw, but it is very unlikely for you to come across any as they live far below the water's surface. To get one, you'll have to go fishing specifically for them. They need special equipment as their sharp claws can cause nasty injuries, but it seems as though they're tasty enough to be worth the risk. If you fancy a Japanese spider crab for your next meal, then head on over to Okinawa and have your dreams come to life for $500. Number 12. Midas Flies. No one likes flies. They're always on your face, if not hovering around your food. It's terrible. They always make those annoying buzzy sounds. These tiny insects can be a nuisance on their own. Now picture one that's 4 times the size of a regular fly and a lot more stubborn. The Midas fly is what we're talking about. It can be as long as 10 centimeters in length and have a wingspan of 6 centimeters. But the good thing is that it's only found in arid areas, not just anywhere. Number 11. Goliath Frog. Now I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of frogs. Some people may argue that they're cute and adorable, but I just can't see any of that, so I prefer to stay away from them. But for the purpose of entertaining you, I had to research on these massive amphibians that are rare and unique in their own way. The Goliath frog is the world's largest frog. It is able to grow up to 32 centimeters in length and can weigh up to 4 kilograms. They can only be found along the equator of Western Africa. These creatures aren't dangerous and can live up to the age of 21 when in captivity. They die young in the wild as they fall prey to giant lizards and crocodiles there. Number 10. Chinese Giant Salamander. It is the world's largest amphibian and also the strangest looking creature in the world. Just have a closer look at it. If you saw one of these in a science fiction movie, you'd probably think the producers were being extra creative. These large creatures are spectacular. There's nothing quite like them. Unfortunately, they are highly endangered and they're almost extinct. The ones that exist today don't even grow to their full potential of 2 meters. Number 9. Flemish Giant Rabbit. Never did I ever guess a rabbit could ever be as big as a medium-sized dog. But they do exist. See for yourself. The Flemish is the world's largest rabbit and can weigh up to 6 kilograms. They're large and so adorable. And yes, you can get one as a pet. These giant fluffy bunnies that look unreal are quite popular in the breeding industry and are commonly used to make larger rabbits and hares. However, they aren't eaten as they take too long to mature. Who would even want to feed off these gorgeous little teddy bear animals? Number 8. Giant Golden Crowned Flying Fox. Are you a fan of bats? Well, if you are, you can get the rarest type of megabats, which happens to be the largest in the world at the heart of Africa. They love to hide in caves and deep forests and will only come out in the dark. The wingspan of one is about 2 meters wide, but they are in no way aggressive, although you may need to handle them with special care, as they carry some of the most dangerous diseases on the earth. Sadly, these creatures are also going extinct due to deforestation and poachers. Number 7. Giant African Snails. There are several giant African snails that are mostly found in West Africa. This one in particular is the largest and can grow up to 21 centimeters in length. If you get squeamish about these sorts of creatures, then you better wear shoes if you're planning to travel here. These snails are voracious when it comes to eating and can cause serious property damage. But people still keep them as pets, and the brave ones cook and eat them. Apparently they're a delicacy too. I wouldn't try one. What about you? Number 6. Portuguese Man-O-War. If this creature doesn't look strange and alien-like to you, then I don't know what ever will. Its appearance happens to be the weirdest in this collection so far. So, what makes it so strange? Well, it's a colony of different animals working together in unison. These animals can't separate from each other or else they'll stop living. They have tentacles that will grow up to 50 meters in length and have a deadly venom that caused more than 10,000 stings in Australia alone. One sting can cause severe pain that can last between 1 to 3 hours, but it can't terminate you unless you're allergic to the venom. You can find most of them in the deep seas across the Australian waters. Number 5. Nomura Jellyfish. The deep seas have some bizarre creatures that don't look real. One of them is this mega jellyfish that when fully grown is longer than the height of a normal man. They also weigh more than 200 kilograms and are endemic to the Japanese waters. They are amazing water creatures, but scientists are worried about the rapid increase in their population. These creatures are so large and heavy that they cover up so much area, giving fishermen a hard time. And one time in 2009, they capsized a 10-ton fishing trawler when the crew tried to haul in a net with a couple of fish and dozens of these jellyfish. Also, recently a deep-sea diver was trapped underwater when a couple of jellyfish showed up above him. He couldn't swim up to the surface of the water and was almost out of oxygen when he got help from his team. The sea authorities in union with the government are currently trying to get a solution for this, as it's only getting worse by the day. Number 4. Large cricket. I don't know about you, but bugs are not my favorite. The small ones are creepy enough. Now picture an oversized mega cricket showing up in your lawn. There are 11 species of this giant, which are way larger than the ordinary insects. They can grow up to 25 centimeters long. Yes, a whole 25 centimeter long bug. Thank God they only live in one part of the world. You can only find them on small islands off the coast of the main islands in New Zealand. Number 3. Bosavi Woodley Rat. Most people see rats and either scream, jump, or shriek right after the rat dashes away into hiding. What if I told you that there's a rat that isn't afraid of human beings? Whatever you do, this rat will stand tall and can even charge at you. This out-of-the-ordinary rat is the Bosavi Woolly Rat. It was only discovered in 2009 when they were shooting a BBC documentary of the lost land of the volcano. The documentary detailed exploration of the volcano crater of Mount Bosavi, and they sure did uncover new creatures. These rats that dwell deep in the volcano are 32 inches long and weigh about 4 pounds. They're incredibly docile, but carry a ton of diseases with them. Luckily, they can only be found in this region. And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Number 2. Anaconda. You must already have a clue about what animal this is. If you guessed an anaconda, then you'd be right. This specific snake was found in India on one fateful morning in an abandoned farm. One young boy left his home in the morning to go play with his friends when he came across what could possibly be his worst nightmare. He ran back home and called his parents to the scene, who later alerted everyone in the village. The snake was just lying there as it was going through a shedding process where it can stay for days without moving as it sheds off its outer skin. They later on had to find a way to terminate it as it was a real threat to the community. The snake was 8 meters long and weighed almost 500 pounds. The size of this massive creature allowed it to consume up to 3 human beings in one feeding. The wildlife authorities came in and terminated the snake, a process that took hours. This was the largest anaconda to ever be seen in the region that is prone to large snakes and in the world. Never has a snake this large been witnessed in history. Number 1. Asian Giant Hornet. With a wingspan of over 3 inches, the Asian giant hornet is the world's largest hornet. Native to the tropical parts of Eastern Asia, this hornet's venom is so potent that when stung by several at the same time, humans can actually cease to exist. In fact, in 2013, this insect went on a deadly rampage, ending the lives of 42 people and injuring another 1,600 others in 3 Chinese cities. In short, if you ever see this bug, run for your life. Thank you for watching. That's all we have time for today. Stay tuned for more entertaining videos.